guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I felt like doing an updated what's in my work bag video. I feel like the one I filmed last year was so popular, and probably because people are as nosy as I am. I love watching these and seeing what people have in their bag recently. I don't really know why, because I feel like this kind of type of video is so old. Like, I remember watching these videos years and years ago, like when YouTube first started kicking off, but it's always fun to see what people carry around. And yeah, I just felt like I would do an updated one because since last year my job has changed, my bag has changed, and so has the content of my bag. So I felt like it was a little bit overdue, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this one as much as you did the last one. Thank you so much to everyone that has recently subscribed. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has helped me reach the 1,000 subscriber threshold for YouTube. I made a video not that long ago, but thank you so much. I've reached it, and it honestly means the world that I'm able to still make videos. And I obviously don't make much money at all from YouTube, but it's enough to help me improve things. So if there's anything that you feel like I could really improve on, do let me know. I always take feedback so seriously. So thank you so much for everyone that has helped me reach that goal. It means so much. But without further ado, if you want to see what's in my work bag, then keep on watching. So the first thing in here is my Kate Spade Scatter Dot Agenda. This is actually a 17-month one, and I started my new job position in November last year, and when I saw that this lasted between August 2017 to December 2018, I thought this would be perfect because I really needed a new diary for my new role, but I didn't want to kind of get like a 2017 one, only use it for 2 months and then have to get a new one. When I saw this one was 17 months, I thought this was perfect, and I literally live by this so much. It's such a good size. Obviously it's quite a large notebook. I don't know, it's not obviously like a, it's not like A4 or anything, but it's quite wide, so it's so like organised. I'll just show you like what it was like last week. I've got 2 pens like sitting inside of it, and that was kind of like my week. So I had post-it notes. I always add like a to-do list before, so I know that basically even if like I have an online calendar, but even if for any reason that went offline and I had things to do, I have it all written down, and this really helps me manage my time so effectively. And it's good for me to prioritise things. Not only that, if I do something like last week that needs to be actioned the week after, I always make a note so it doesn't slip my mind, because I can be slightly forgetful, but this has literally changed my game. So I love this so much. Obviously it's Kate Spade, so it looks gorgeous. But yeah, I love it so much. So that is like my Bible of work. I live by it so much. And then to go with that, I have just like a rough notebook. This is like a very cheap one from Tesco's, if you can't tell. And whenever I'm on the phone to someone, I use this, and then I make notes. If I'm having a meeting, then I'll take this and write notes, because I then like to, if I need things to be more concrete, I'll put them on like a Google Doc and then share them with the relevant people. But just to make like scrap notes, because sometimes you don't know if things are relevant, or you can kind of cross things off if you don't need it, or I could often write who I need to designate a certain job to. So I have them all in here. This is also so handy. I get through so many of these. I think I had like 6 last year or something ridiculous like that. This is literally like so handy just to have. I don't obviously want to write draft notes in my Kate Spade notebook. I want that to be more uniformed. This is really good to then realise what I need to actually take from that and put it into my diary. The next thing is my Hydrate Mate water bottle. I love this so much. I think I got this like mid last year, and I've used it ever since for work. I really like the fact it has the time kind of when you should be drinking on the side. When I first got this, I followed that religiously, but maybe not so much anymore. I do just try to have 2 of these per day at work, which is quite good because this starts at 8 and finishes at 6, whereas I work 9 to 5, so by the time I'm in the office, I try to have one by the time I go for lunch, and then I try to refill it and have another one for the afternoon. I think it's so cute, and a few people at work have also bought one, just because they've seen how like of a genius idea this is, and I just love it. It really does encourage me to drink more water. I didn't think it would. Like, when I first got it, I just thought, oh, maybe it was a bit of a gimmick. Like, obviously it looks so pretty, and I know so many people that do rave about them, but when I got it, I just thought, oh, I probably won't actually drink more water, but it honestly makes the world of difference. I definitely don't drink enough water, so this definitely reminds me, if it's on my desk and I can see it, then I know to drink. especially if I feel a little bit hungry. Often if I just have a bit of water, then it like cures that for a little while. So yeah, love my Hydrate Mate one so much. They always go in and out of different designs. This is obviously one I got last year. They recently brought out the same design but in pink, and they're often changing it around, so you can get one depending on what you want it to say. So if you watched my video last year of what was in my work bag, my purse has not changed. This is a Michael Kors, I want to say Jet Setter purse, but I may be completely wrong. I bought this a few years ago now. It's a little bit old now, but you wouldn't be able to tell. It looks like in excellent condition. I just love this because I can put everything in here. I have all of my cards, my loyalty cards, my driving license, receipts. I have some change, but I do try to put that in my little change pot that I have in my car for car park. I have a New Look gift voucher, and I also have some things from like when me and Rich have been on holiday and had receipts and stuff from there. I have my temporary student pass when I was at uni, government gateway card, just like literally so many random things. But I love the fact I can keep it all in here, and I obviously keep this in my work bag during the day and during the week, but at weekends I do transfer this to my Michael Kors handbag, which just matches this purse. And yeah, this is just has literally everything in it. Next up is half a bag of Ryvita like crackers. These are the Fruit Crunch ones. I think I bought a load of these when these were like £1 in Asda. I really like these because we are literally the worst at snacking. I don't know if anyone else works in an office where there is just like constant flow of snacks. It's so bad, like obviously so good at the moment, but when you look back and think, oh my gosh, like I've eaten terribly all week. I've added these in my bag recently just to help cure any like hunger that I have throughout the day that will hopefully prevent me from snacking too much. These are the Fruit Crunch ones, which are really, really lovely in terms of like they have really good flavour. They can be a little bit dry without a topping, but I don't actually mind them so much. They are just a little bit messy, that's the only thing to point out. But I normally get like really hungry at about 3 o'clock, so I work 9 to 5. I feel like 3 o'clock is a bit of a slump, so I need a little bit of a like energy boost at that time, and these do actually really well in kind of curing my hunger and preventing me from reaching from the chocolate. That said, I am the worst at eating chocolate, and everyone will probably agree, but these are really, really lovely. Just like at least the intention is there, right? I'll try and keep these on my desk and reach for these instead of anything a little bit more naughty. So these are really lovely, and they're often on offer, and you get so many in a pack. That's why I've like hair banded the top, so I've got half a pack for next week too. Also in here I have a Tarka Springs water bottle. The only reason I have this as well as my Hydrate Mate one is that on Tuesdays after work, a few of us go running every Tuesday, and we call it like running club, and it just means that we kind of getting out and being a little bit more active, especially as we're obviously sat down all day. You can begin to feel very lethargic very quickly, so we try to make a habit of going for a run every week. We're beginning to like increase the amount, and it's doing so good. At the moment we're kind of going for regular 4k runs. The aim is trying to get it to 5k, and then once we're at 5k trying to like improve the time, because I feel like you should try and do like 5k in half an hour. I feel like that's the aim that we're trying to reach. At the moment we're doing 4k in about half an hour, so we're not that far off. We just need to shave like a fifth of our time and kind of add an extra kilometre onto that. So I'm kind of really excited because I feel like I've really missed being quite active. I go for runs myself at home as well as with the work girls, but it's always handy to have a water bottle that, you know, this is quite good if you're running, you can carry it around. The Hydrate Mate one is less practical. So yeah, that's the reason why that is still in here. It's still in here from Tuesday. I should probably just leave it on my desk, but I don't really know why it's in there. Next up is my glasses. Now these are from a brand called Replay, and I got these from Specsavers, I think like summer of last year, maybe. Actually no, it was just before I went on holiday, so it must have been like September. I basically get really tired eyes. It doesn't help that I look at a computer screen all day. I work in marketing, so I'm often just like staring at a screen after a screen after a screen, and my eyes get so tired, which was never usually a problem, but when I obviously started to drive, I noticed that my eyes would feel so heavy, it would be very difficult to concentrate, and I obviously didn't want that to affect my driving at all. I commute for 45 minutes each way, so making sure that like I can see everything is kind of essential. So these are the glasses. I don't wear them very often. I try to only keep them when like my eyes feeling very heavy, because I don't want my eyes to get used to wearing them, if you know what I mean. So I probably wear them like once every 2 to 3 weeks, really like irregularly, but I do keep them in my work bag as and when I do need them, because I will probably need them whilst I'm at work or before I drive home. So yeah, they live in that glasses case in my bag. Really nice. I got those from Specsavers. I'm not too sure if I mentioned that. So next up, I've got my house keys. I keep my car keys on like my car key. Like we've got a little holder for them by the front door, so I don't have them in my work bag. But my actual house keys have lived in my work bag this week. And on here, it's pretty boring. I've just got the key to my house. I've also got the key to my mum's house. And then I have a pug keyring that my sister bought me when we went shopping in Brent Cross in London. And this is when I was kind of living near Brent Cross, and she came to visit and we went shopping and she bought that for me. I also have a Paris keyring. So my manager went to Paris, it must have been just before Christmas now, and she got each one of us in her team a little France keyring, which is really cute. I love like a collectible keyring. And then I also have this Cath Kidston flower keyring. Now this is really old because I actually bought this when I moved into halls at uni. I had like other Cath Kidston ones, but they've broken throughout the years, whereas this one has actually stayed really nicely, and it just reminds me of that time and when I got like my first I was like living independently for the first time. So I've got those on my keys. I really like Cath Kidston. I used to be like a true advocate. Like I used to have Cath Kidston bedding. Everything was Cath Kidston. I've mellowed it down a little bit. And the other thing on here is my Tesco club card, like the keyring one, because I have given my actual card to Rich because he's very good at remembering it. But I normally just keep this on my keys that I always forget when I'm actually in Tesco kind of scanning things, but then I'll often see this when I'm getting my keys out to go to my car and I think, oh, club card. So it's really handy to have them on there. I've got a robe receipt here at the bottom. This is from Superdrug, but it was literally just for deodorant and 2 body sprays. And I must have obviously kept this because it said 200 points when you spend over £20 over Black Friday. That's how old this is. I don't know if this actually has a date. So this is actually from the 21st of October, so I don't even know why that's in my bag. That's probably come out of my purse into my bag, because I got the bag in January, so not too sure what happened there. I also have like a connected, almost like purse thing in my bag that just has like toiletry stuff in here, and I have this like sheepskin like fake thing as well. I don't actually use this, I just keep it in here because I think it's really cute. And then other than that, it's just a few like beauty things at the bottom. I do have, I can just see here, 2 ibuprofens through a pack. I do, like I say, look at a computer screen all the time, so I do sometimes get like mild headaches, so I often take a few of these to help with that. I also have my iPhone 8 Plus earphones. I don't actually know why these are in my bag because I normally keep these on my desk at work, because if ever I have like quite a lot to do, I like to zone out, listen to my music and just concentrate. These are obviously my iPhone 8 ones because I've got the lightning cable connector, because the iPhone 8 doesn't have like a 3.5mm jack. I did like a whole video on unboxing my iPhone, which I can leave above and leave in the description if you're interested, but they are the earphones that came with the phone, so I've got those in there. Now I've got 4 different lip products in the bottom of my bag, and I'm not actually surprised. I thought there may have been more because I'll always like put on a lipstick in the morning, throw it in my bag for like if I need touch-ups, often forget about it. So I've got, this is the LA Splash Lip Couture in the shade Innocent Vixen, very like plain like nudie pink colour, really nice to wear kind of on the everyday. It doesn't really matter what outfit you are wearing, it kind of goes with everything. Really nice colour, and the LA Splash liquid lipsticks do last all day. They can be quite drying, which is my only peeve with them, but this is such a gorgeous shade. I feel like it goes quite nicely with my nails at the moment. I also really like the applicator on it because it's quite like long, so you can really get quite a defined lip with it. They always smell really weird, I'm not too sure why, but they always smell really weird, but that's a really nice colour. I also have another liquid lipstick. This is one from Colourpop. The packaging has all like been battered off because it's actually lived in my bag for probably a little bit too long. This is in the shade Chi. I remember when I got this when I did like a Colourpop haul, and I loved the colour and I still do. It's a really nice, more of a brown toned pink than the LA Splash one. It's still kind of shifts a little bit more neutral in terms of like a true brown. But the LA Splash one is definitely more pink, and that one is definitely more brown. I also have another Colourpop lippy stick, and this is in the shade Parker. This is a very similar one to the liquid lipstick, but this is obviously a little bit more moisturising. So this is again like a brownie toned nude, and this isn't long wearing really. It's quite a traditional matte lipstick, so you put it on, I'll often eat or drink and then have to retouch it up, but I actually don't mind that, because sometimes if I wear liquid lipsticks all the time, my lips can get really dry and then just feel a little bit like bad. So by having this, it kind of keeps them moisturised but still looking quite nice. And then I also have this lip liner by MAC. This is in the shade Soar, and I really like this as it's a kind of like a true pinky nude, so it's kind of like your lips but better. It's kind of like my lips but darker actually. There's probably a better way of describing it. I like to use this lip liner with any kind of nudie lipstick, so whether I'm wearing a Colourpop one, LA Splash one, or kind of any other lipstick that I have in my collection. I have far too many nudie ones. So I really like lining my lips with this, mainly because it prevents bleeding of lipsticks. Even if I'm wearing like a brown tone nude over it, I like to actually use this as a bit of a base, and then I feel like everything just goes on so much more smoothly and it just looks so much more defined. The only other things here in the bottom, I have 2 Rogue pens. I obviously have 2 in my Kate Spade one, and I also have 2 just in the bottom, mainly because if I'm going to a meeting and I forget a pen, chances are I'll probably have one in the bottom of my bag. So I do like leaving them in the bottom just because I know that I'll thank myself later. And then I have 3 hand products. I also have this receipt actually, which is right at the bottom, and this is for when Rich returned my ASOS parcel recently. He always gives me the receipts because obviously if for any reason ASOS don't receive them, I've got proof that I posted them back. I ordered 2 pairs of jeans. One was meant to be like, I heard loads of people say that, I can't remember, the Rayleigh ASOS jeans that are like the Topshop Johnny jeans, and then I also ordered these like leather effect ones for a night out. The kind of like ASOS dupe of the Topshop ones actually worked so nicely. I actually love the way that they look, and they have a belt buckle as well, which I actually prefer because the Topshop ones don't. I just feel like it just helps to dress up any kind of outfit with a belt, and I really like wearing belts. And then the Leather Look ones were not Leather Look, they were just glittery, and they were the ugliest things I've ever seen. I probably would have loved them if I was like 7 years old again, going to like a school disco or something, but they were not what they look like online, so I needed Rich to return them, and so he had the receipt for that. The last 3 products just floating in the bottom of my bag are all kind of hand related. The first one is the Bath & Body Works Pocket Bag in the scent Peach Bellini. Smells divine. I love peachy scents. And I just don't know how they can get hand sanitizer to smell so good. Not only that, once you like wash your hands with it, the smell stays for like a little while, and it's so nice. And then the 2 last things are 2 hand creams. One is from Sephora, and someone on our team recently went to Turkey, and she said that there was a Sephora there and she could not get us something. And so this is in the scent Sweet Vanilla. This actually smells amazing, by the way. This actually smells like you've baked a cake, like a vanilla-y cake, and in your kitchen smell after. Like, it doesn't smell synthetic at all, and that's my only worry. I feel like candles are like it all the time, where they say it's vanilla but actually it smells just very like fake and synthetic, and it feels very flat. But with this, it actually like, it just smells so like real to vanilla. Like, I love using this because if ever like I'm craving something sugary, I'm just like, it probably makes it worse actually, but it smells so good, so that's really nice. She got that for us a couple of weeks ago. The final thing in my bag is another hand cream. This is a Body Shop one, and this is in the scent Mango. The Mango and the Satsuma scents in Body Shop are my absolute favourites. I also like the Tea Tree one for skincare, but in terms of like generally like the body butters, hand creams, like I have a never-ending like collection of Body Shop stuff. The Mango one is definitely one of my faves. So this is just the hand cream, which I like keeping in my bag because before I had the Sephora one, my hands would get so dry. I think the winter just has that effect on people's hands, and I'd always need to moisturise them where I can. So I'd always keep that in my bag for a bit of a touch up on the go. And that is pretty much it. That's all in my work bag. The only other thing that I've got in here is like a little pack of fresh chewing gum, because I love having a chewing gum after lunch at work. It's just like a bit of a habit that I have. But yeah, that is pretty much everything that's in here. I can't remember the name of this bag specifically, but like I mentioned before, this is just one from River Island. It's got a really lovely kind of like suede-y front to it, so it's really nice and textured, and the back is more of a like patent fake leather kind of look. You've got these straps which can either be black with like a texture or like a camel detail. So I try to keep the camel detail because I think that it adds a bit of like contrast to the actual black bag. And these straps are really handy because you can have them connected here. So you've got like an actual handbag, but you can actually take them off and connect them at the top here, and then you've got like an over the shoulder bag. I do prefer it in handbag style, but at least you've got the choice, which is quite handy. And I feel like if I had further to walk for work, maybe the over the shoulder would have been better. But yeah, I really do like the bag. I bought it for £30 in January, and so far it's been really, really good. So I've literally been so obsessed with it. I love it so much, and yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. So I hope you guys have the best weekend ever, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!